Hey guys, welcome to the Max Life. Today I'm in the kitchen and to tell y'all that it is going to be a crazy next 2 days. We are 2 days out, heading out to the Okie Homesteading Expo, and everything is going on in the kitchen today. I'm about to get into that. Some meal prepping that I have done before. I made a menu for our road trip. I've mapped out a couple of things, the places that we want to stop at. But I've also created a menu that will give us each meal for each day based on where we're gonna be and what we're gonna be doing. I'm gonna share those things with y'all, and that's exactly what I'm doing in the kitchen today. Making kombucha, I have made biscuits, I have made homemade bread, I'm about to make some egg muffins. I'm also gonna be making spaghetti, homemade cinnamon rolls, and several other things so that we can put in our bags to take us snacks and food so that we can eat well while we're gone. When we're getting ready to go on a trip, it does take days of preparation in advance. Not only do we have our farm sitter that we have to work everything out with our farm sitter when it comes to milking, when it comes to feeding all the animals, moving animals from here to there while we're gone. There's lots of watering on our gardens, in our greenhouse. Picking, I will have probably strawberries and squash and zucchini that will be ready to be picked. So the farm sitter that's gonna be here lining things up for them is pretty much a chore in itself, but I'm so glad to know that we can have somebody here that's gonna be taking care of our animals and taking care of our gardens. All of the meal prep, this will be a full day in the kitchen for me, cooking, putting things back in the freezer for us to pack. Also washing clothes, packing for 6 kids. Tomorrow I will finish up the day by making sure everything is outside is watered really well. I will get the other things packed together that we need, like our canned butter, salt, pepper, things like that that will go along with the things that I've already cooked. We are really excited about going up to Oklahoma and seeing some old friends, meeting some new friends, and we are preparing that journey already today by meal prepping. We're gonna be washing clothes, packing, taking care of outside chores, making sure that our farm sitter feels comfortable with everything that they're gonna be left behind to do. Definitely takes lots of preparation and work on our end. We are definitely not the people or the family that can just say, hey, we're gonna go here and pack up and go the next day. We used to be able to do that, but when our farm has really grown over the past couple of years, it really takes a lot of effort. If we're gonna go overnight somewhere, it takes a great effort, a great deal for us to be able to drop our farm life and go somewhere overnight. The way we do things are very different from what you would consider most commercial farms, most commercial agriculture style. We do things very, very different here, and we're excited to be able to share with that. I think there's a lot of people asking questions. They're wanting to learn the more natural, the more sustainable ways of life now. So we're excited to be able to be there and share. So my menu looks like this for the y'all that are interested to know, well, if we get up early in the morning and we're on the road, what are we gonna do when we get somewhere? What would that look like? So this is what it's gonna look like for us. Wednesday morning when we leave, I'm making scones now. We will eat scones on the road. There is a Whole Foods in Little Rock. We're gonna stop there. It will be around lunchtime. It's gonna be about 12 minutes out of the way. We're gonna stop there. We'll eat lunch there. We'll gas up, use the bathroom, let the kids walk around, stretch their legs, maybe pick up a snack and get back on the road. That night, I'm pre-cooking spaghetti now. It will go in the freezer, so the only thing I will have to pack besides the spaghetti is noodles. And I'm also gonna take some squash and zucchini. Thursday breakfast. Thursday's gonna kind of be like our family day. We are going to fish. I'm gonna food prep for Friday and Saturday because those are gonna be 2 crazy, crazy days. So Thursday is gonna kind of be like our family day. We're gonna be staying on a lake. We're gonna fish. Kind of grill out, just kind of let that be our down day. We're gonna play some card games, things like that. That morning I'm gonna make eggs and sausage. We're going to grill burgers at lunch, and we're gonna have some squash and zucchini as well with that. Supper's gonna be leftovers, so we're gonna grill enough burgers for leftovers at night. Friday, we're gonna pretty much hit the ground early. We're gonna hit the ground running. I am home making cinnamon rolls, and we're gonna have fruit, a side of fruit, homemade cinnamon rolls and fruit. Lunch is gonna look like sandwich and chips, so I'm making bread for that. Supper that night, I'm gonna be packing some pork chops. I'm taking my crock pot with me. I'm gonna put those pork chops in the crock pot early that morning on Friday, some broccoli, and I'm also gonna put some potatoes in the crock pot to cook that morning as well. So we'll have pretty much a meat and a couple of sides to go with that. Saturday, it's gonna be another really early morning where we're busy all day. We're gonna be doing eggs, fruit, or some cereal. I do have some better organic cereals. Some of the kids just don't like scrambled eggs, so I will give them an option. If they wanna eat cereal that morning, I'm gonna give them some better option cereals, but they have to eat fruit with it as well. Then we will move on to lunch. Sandwiches and chips again. I'm making my bread. Supper, we're gonna have breakfast supper that night. Not too far from us, there's an Amish restaurant that is on Amish land, and they really do cook and provide food there. We may go there that night. I'm not 100% sure. If we don't go out and eat healthier option foods that night, I'm gonna have extra sausage. I will have extra biscuits and eggs to make like a breakfast supper that night. So that's the plan. Sunday morning, we're gonna do yogurt, fruit, and granola that morning. And then we should pretty much be on the road the rest of those days. We may have a surprise trip heading to Branson to spend one day there. The kids don't know about it, so y'all don't tell them. But we may do that. If we do, I have a couple of other things to just get us by, but that goes to show you meal planning. You can kind of plan around your schedule, know where you're gonna go, what you're gonna be doing. If you have time to cook in advance, it truly helps. We want to stay away from processed and chemical foods as much as possible. So that does put me in the kitchen for at least about a half a day today, prepping those things. But I know that I'm serving my family well. I'm doing the very best that I can to provide them nutrient foods that are good for our bodies and that are not poisoning our bodies. So we're gonna get started. I'm about to make scones and spaghetti for the freezer, and that way we'll have at least 2 meals taken care of besides the ones that I've already done. Really feel like I've got a lot knocked out. The only 2 things that I have left to do is still making my spaghetti, but I can't really do that until I get my kombucha done, poured up out of the pot. I need that pot because it's the biggest pot that I have, and I'm making a lot of spaghetti. But I'm gonna do that here in just a little while, pour up all my kombucha. Of course, y'all know it'll go over on my big shelf. It'll ferment for a whole day and it'll be ready for us to go on our trip. But also I want to get in my great room. Y'all seen my great room. Y'all have seen us clean it before. I'm just gonna go through, sweep today, dust today, pick up things off the floor, kind of organize. The one thing I don't love to do is after coming off of a trip, coming home to a house that's dirty and I'm backed up on laundry already. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get as much cleaning done inside as I can. Then I'm off to go outside. I've got to make sure everything is watered well. I'm gonna water well again tomorrow before we leave so that my farm sitter will hopefully not have to water as much while we're gone. This is all leftover eggshells, and I have some dried up banana peels that are in there. I'm just gonna put them over in my grinder and turn that into powder. So before I go out and water, I will have some goodies for my plants to put out there. All of our, y'all have heard me talk about all of our raised beds that we're really trying to build that soil up because it's new soil. That this is the type stuff we add to that soil. We're amending our soil, we're making it better. So I'm gonna grind those down. Those will go out with me when I go out to water. So there you have it, calcium and potassium for my plants right out of my kitchen. Well, I had to change shirts, if y'all noticed that. It's covered in baking products. And we've gotten that wrapped up. I feel real good about our menu going on our trip. Watering things outside, watering heavy. To get all that done. All of the beds that you see down there had water on them real early this morning. So a couple more things that we're doing this afternoon, just kind of like getting the kids' clothes out, pull-ups for the night, things like that for the baby. We're gonna go ahead and get some of that items together. I am gonna put a couple of snacks in the car, drinks in the car. The rest of our snacks and stuff will go in our very back. But that pretty much is a wrap for today. We are really excited about seeing some of our old friends, meeting some new people, and making even newer friends. We've prepped, we've done all the work, and if you will be there, be sure to find us and introduce yourselves. We can't wait to meet y'all. If you can't come, maybe you'll be able to go next year. It is a great event, put on by some great people. After this long day, happy homesteading, y'all.